Yo, I turn on all the hoes instead of a sexual smack. See the niggas right off the pedestal. I even look for my dad that I never knew. They show him how I look in my Beretta too. Like good shit like take kids from the ghetto. Kill them what they can have if they never settle. Take every white kid from high class level. Show them what Christmas like, run up in the ghetto. Teach niggas how to fence, stack the rest. Give runs to the niggas under massive stress. Give every bum on the street cash to investment. Whole Commonwealth floor got a last. Yeah, if I had 24 hours to get the bucket, I'd probably eat some fried chicken and drink a Nantucket. Then go get a job from grandson and make sure I leave my mother the money to take care of grandson. Know the 3 power, hop in the Eddie Power and go give all 6 to that pocket and send me flour. Get a fresh bogey, make a few calls, shop at the mall, shoot a little ball. I got all of my bitches in one telly at the same time, spread it out on different floors. All right, getting started. Master Pyro tapping in. Let's go. Let's get that logo in the back. Good right there. Yeah. Sure. All right. Going IG live as well. Let them get on for a little bit. Right. Levels of mastery. Levels of mastery on YouTube live stream. Yeah. Good, great. That's good. So let's get started. This is Levels of Mastery here on IMC TV live stream. You want to be right here, all right? So if you join my live, DM me the link, or DM me so I can send you the link, and you can jump on, all right? Or jump on YouTube right now, type in Levels of Mastery, IMC TV, all right? IMC TV, and you will join the live stream on YouTube, all right? Either way you want to go, let's make it happen, man. Let's go, all right? Where we at with it? Cool. Live stream is over here, all right? All right, cool. Excited for today. You see the logo here, you can see the logo here. So we go, oh, right when I said that. Jeez. All right, let's just get started. All right, everybody, welcome to Levels of Mastery here
with Master Pyro. Man, what an evolution that we're all going through, especially myself. And that's my job here today, is just to report my life and what I'm living here that I call levels of mastery, because I've started from where I started in this course and this understanding of what mastery is. You know, like this is something that goes really deep in the sense of mastery within myself, right? How I talk, how I communicate, how I carry myself, how I do business, how I decide to live, you know, the relationships I have, the business relationships, how I create in my job, or the job of what I work to do. All right, everybody that's joining me on Instagram, you want to be here on YouTube live stream. All right, this is where it's at. Type in IMC TV on YouTube, and then it will jump you over here. And this is where I'm really at, right? I'm talking over here. So this is what I'm here to report on. I'm here to report on what it takes to level up, right? As people see on my Instagram, or you follow my day-to-day, whatever it is, you see that I work with a lot of high-level people. I do a lot of high-level events. You know, I work and network with very beautiful women, right? And there's a caliber of individual that I have to carry myself to maintain a lifestyle, to maintain a relationship, to maintain an experience, right? And that's what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about my experience, the quality of my experience, and how I choose to remain, how I choose to level up in this thing and the experience that I'm having, right? So that's what I'm going to get into in the topic of this video. So every Tuesday here on Levels of Mastery on IMC TV, I go live and I talk about a specific topic that helps me level up in my mastery, right? It's something that I become aware of. Every 7 days, I practice what I'm talking about, right? So today what I'm going to talk about is what are you a student of? I want you to let that marinate. What are you a student of, right? What are you learning? What are you humbling yourself to learn and become greater in? All right, here we go. Wow, wow. What's up? Salute to Check the Star. What's up, brother? Appreciate you for joining me, man. Appreciate you. Right now, I'm on IMC TV, Levels of Mastery on YouTube. All right, I'm gonna show you guys one more time. I'm over here, so I'm gonna be talking over here. I'm gonna let you guys just, just listen in as I'm doing this live recording, right? So the question is, what are you a student of? Now, let me just speak for myself, as that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to speak on my own experience, and this is going to help open up different levels of mastery for yourself. Number one, I am a student of the art of seduction. That is the first thing. Like, when I got out of school and I quit college and I quit learning from the institution or whatever the fuck you want to call it, what did I become a student of first? And this thing I chose to be a student of is the art of seduction and the art of living. That is what I'm a student of. And that breaks down in so many categories, right? But it starts at this big pillar point right here, right? And this understanding keeps me in a certain margin in what I'm living, and also gives me an unlimitedness, being unlimited in these areas in life, because I'm aware that I'm a student, right? I'm always a student first, as knowledgeable as I am, as knowing as I am, as the things begin to progress in my life, it starts here. And I see that this is a very, very, very key component in my character, how I create the lifestyle that I'm living, is knowing that I'm a student of these arts first. So what are you a student of? And what else do you want to be a student of? Like, maybe you might say, like, I'm a student of, if I'm a musician, I'm a student of being an artist, right? Right now I'm learning. Like, what are you learning? Because this puts you in a better perspective than an average individual, because you start seeing that you have this humbleness to yourself. It's like the humble energy that's carrying with you by being a student is not what people play it as, right? When they say, oh, be humble, be humble. I'm not talking about that kind of humble. I'm talking about a different thing. This is a kind of humbleness that you humble yourself to the truth of what you don't know. That's what I'm speaking of. Not that you just humble yourself to anybody, is that you humble yourself to the truth that you don't know. That's why you become a student in a craft, right? So you have to know that. So when you're moving along in your art and you're moving along in your interaction, your experience, you can calibrate yourself way more faster than somebody that thinks they know everything. They almost cannot calibrate themselves because they know everything. What can they calibrate to? So this gives you a different perspective of creating in your life, and you can see things a lot more different. Okay, so that's another one. And like, let me give another one for myself. So I gave you guys two. So what else? Some other, this gives me like in life, right? The art of living, the art of relationships. Like, I'm a student of that. I'm a student of learning the art of relationships. I study that. I dedicate myself to that. What level of student I'm talking about? Not the kind of students that go to college and quit. Let me back up a little bit and make sure this is very clear. I'm not talking about like some college shit. I'm talking about your commitment to life, a life teaching or a life channel. Like I said, the art of living. What is that? I need to learn how to become better at living. Why am I stressing myself or allowing certain things to stress me out to a certain level? I haven't learned these things within myself so I could treat life better. All right, everybody on Instagram, you want to join over here on Levels of Mastery on IMC TV. If you type in IMC TV on YouTube, it will lead you to this stream that's going on right now. And then you can join me, you can comment, you can do all that, but I'm here on YouTube, all right? I'm about to close you guys out. I appreciate everybody for saluting and tapping in with me. Y'all know the vibes. Stay smooth, stay dangerous. Master Pyro, I'm out. Peace. All right, so that's Instagram. And so what's another thing I'm a student of? I'm a student of the art of communication. This is why I commit myself to show up every Tuesday and speak. Regardless if I know what I'm going to say, regardless if I practice what I was going to say, regardless if I'm going to talk about what I've always talked about, never talked about before, it doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. What's always your margin or your North Star for say is, what are you a student of? There's never a dull moment. There's never a moment of you not knowing what you're doing next. Like you're either resting or you're living. There's nothing else going on and you're resting. So your quality of living could be better, but you're not being lazy. You're not being uncertain of where you're going. Why? Because you're a student of something. For example, when you was a student in grade school, you knew for a fact what you needed to do for that week. You knew what test was coming up. You know what quiz was coming up. You knew what your schedule was. You know where you'll be after school. You know where you're going to be before school. You know where you're going to be during lunch. You know where, see, you knew all these things. But then when school ended, it's like you're just flowing in the wind. So how about you use that structure to imply in your own life and have your own assertive behind it? So knowing what you're a student of, you're going to put yourself in the proper position in life and let go of the old perception that you have of yourself, really, because everything before that is ideas and impersonations that were pushed and impressed inside you. And you got to start revoking that shit out of you. You got to start getting that shit out of you. How are you going to get that shit out of you? Having brand new experiences under the understanding that I'm learning. And I start where I am. Now, I can't tell you how much how much work I've gotten to get to this point. And if you ask me where is this point, well, look at my Instagram. I'll let my social media talk for itself. Because, see, look, I say that because if I talk about it, it's going to come off as like I'm bragging or like whatever. And it's not even about that, because those activities, those experiences that I have on my Instagram that everybody's like, oh shit, like, damn, I know. Yeah, that comes from this. It comes from the understanding of leveling up in my mastery of myself. I was speaking to one of my brothers here that live in Phoenix, and I was telling him, like, listen, it's about your internal experience. You can never blame anything outside of you of why you're experiencing what you're experiencing. It's because you yourself haven't changed the internal dial to have a different experience. The moment that shifts, man, it's only a matter of time before it's right in front of you. But it starts by saying, you know what? Damn. I thought I knew. I don't have a fucking clue. But this guy over here, he's getting the experiences of what I'm trying to get at. I need to become a student. I need to humble myself and knowing that what I don't know, because if I knew, I would be getting the results of it. This is why I have a mentor, because when I see how my mentor lives, like I've said, it's so many recordings that I've said this, and it still stands true. It's going to stand true for the end of time, because this is why I commit myself to the teachings, because man, the gap between how he's living and how I'm living, it's like, fuck. And then on top of that, the fact that he's getting better because he sees the gap in what he's doing to get better, I'm like, fuck, like there's more to it. But I also have to see people around me that's in the same field as me, that's getting the results, and learn and say, damn, you know what? I want to be great at photography. I want to be great at making film. I want to be great at dressing a certain way, dressing for the occasion, right? Being more styled, right? That's an art. Learning how to style yourself. Like today, I will consider myself a little styled today. Is it because of the hat? Yeah, you know, I put the hat on, got a couple things going on, but these are things that inspire me. These things inspire me to be the person that I want to be, because I'm a student of this. Every detail counts. Every detail counts. And how serious you're going to take it is going to be how far you're going to go, because the results, they follow you, man. You can't get away from your results, from the good, the bad, the ugly. You can't run away from them. So you got to be able to accept that, you know what, I need to do better. And that being a student, you're going to be that. And think about the martial arts system. You start at a white belt to a blue belt to whatever, yellow belt, somewhere in there, right? The moment you're like a belt higher, you're capable, or a belt higher or two, whatever it is, you're capable of teaching. Because not that you're the best or you know everything, but you know enough that somebody that knows nothing at all can learn from. And that's value. So you get value of being a student, and you naturally become a teacher. But the student comes first, which is a trip. Because when you lose the student aspect of your character, the power of being a teacher, man, you won't be able to hold on to it for too long, because then you close the faucet of learning. I'm always learning, no matter what level I see myself at, no matter how much experiences I've been so blessed to have experiences that I know a lot of men want. Like, I know that for a fact. Why? Because at some point I was on the other side of the fence, just dreaming that I could become better and know that I was capable of doing what I'm doing today. You can go on YouTube right now and you can see the old me looking to get where I am today. And I'm like, man, I'm so blessed to not allow myself to hold myself back, because that's all that comes down to, is you holding yourself back, right? I went live on Instagram at the same time going live on YouTube. Investing in the extra mile. Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill talks about going the extra mile. What are you going the extra mile in your craft of being a student? And that needs to be applied every day, somehow, some way. Yes, it's going to be a day where fuck is chaotic, this and that is going on, and you just can't. However, the intention that builds up with it, man, when it does open up, something magical happens, because it's like you're treating, you're harvesting this moment that you're more than capable of stepping into, but you got to step out of your own way. And I say all this not only to whoever is listening to me, but to myself. Trust me, this is a reflection of my day-to-day and my week-to-week, my month-to-month, my year-to-year, my process every day, every morning. So today on Morning Mastery, I talked about the importance of investing in your body, right? Because I'm a student of knowledge. I'm a student of self-mastery, and I'm aware that the input of your body dictates a lot on how you're going to operate. There's levels to this shit, man. You can't skip levels. Life, no matter what, you can sit there and act all day like you don't need to learn nothing. You got it all packed. Or you can sit there all day and be like, you know, I don't want to embarrass myself. I don't want to. Okay, well then that answer is why you're going to continue remaining at the level you've been at, because you're not willing to expose yourself. You're not willing to expose yourself. You gotta know how to expose yourself and be like, you know what? I don't know. Shit, I'm trying. Fuck. It is what it is. You're gonna go through that. But when you do it and how do you do it from a good space? Well, you just try, like innocently, like a kid will go try to shoot a basketball but miss. Like, oh man, you're not embarrassed. You just see them throwing the ball and not even close to hitting the rim. But you, as long as they keep trying, at some point they'll have enough strength and power to hit the rim, from there to actually make it in, from there to actually running around and doing. But it starts with where you are. And a lot of people are peewee, little league in this shit, because why? They're not even trying to throw the ball at the rim. They just think like, man, I got the ball. I've learned this. I learned that. You know, I'm good. I'm around. I'm good. That's not enough. Your experience is the most golden thing that you have, that you carry from moment to moment. But that comes from how are you investing in it? And I believe from my own revelations that I'm having, that it comes from the experience of being a student, always willing to learn and not give up in your craft. To me, my craft is communication. My craft is the art of living. My craft is relationships. My craft is photography, videography, now business. Now it's, my fitness has always been a craft, but now I'm learning how to throw punches and hit a bag. I just bought some boxing gloves, right? So that's my new teacher, if you will. That bag, like today, when I went to that bag today, I'm like, nice to meet you. Let's go. My wrist, I felt my wrist. I hit the bag a couple of times, a little wrong. I'm like, fuck my wrist. I'm like, there you go. But you learn through mistakes. You learn and you start to calibrate yourself. My pinky, my thumb, I'm already feeling it. Good. I felt so good when I came back. I'm like, yes, this is what it's about. When I go out in field and I'm trying to talk to somebody and it goes right, it goes wrong. Thank you. Thank you for the experience, because guess what? I could be like somebody else that didn't even have that experience to calibrate to and get better at. Thank God I'm having this experience. And that's the vibe, people. And that's a vibe. That's the energy that I walk with, because I'm active in being a student. The blessing of being here right now and learning is such a blessing. And we escape from that blessing because we think we know everything. We think we got it already. Man, bro, we ain't got shit. Even the best of the best, even the ones that's making reality as we live, is still missing something. They're still learning. Motherfuckers that's creating virtual realities and the newest technology and the newest this, they're still fucking learning. And here I am, that I learned a little this and that in a book, and I'm here walking around like I know everything. Bro, come on. And that's happening to me. That means it's happening to somebody else, but not too far away, because we live in the same fucking planet. We're being fucking programmed with the same bullshit. Difference is that I don't subject myself to those things. I don't allow those things to carry on. This is why having a spiritual practice first in a man's life is going to help you shake all these other false concepts of yourself, because you can shed these things a lot more cleaner. All right, man. I think this is a very powerful session on levels of mastery. I love this shit, man. I love speaking on the things that changed my life, man. Like, this is something that nobody can take from me. Like, when if all I take is my memories or what I've done, you know, hopefully I even get that. Maybe I just get the energy or the vibe that I did, man. At least I can say that I fucking really milked this thing called life. And I saved myself through the knowledge of what God and Jesus and all these things are, so I can be able to communicate more freely, because I've been tired of having a chained voice, right? It's like every time I want to speak, it's like this hesitation, like, why is that even there? And I started seeing, like, man, a part of me just is really fucking self-centered and think I don't need to get better at that. I think that just people should just deal with that. Like, what the fuck? then again, that's me trapping myself in my own experience. And then what? How is somebody else going to understand that? And how many of us think like that? We need to really look at how can we get better and be around people that's better at you at things. Something wrong with that. When I network with people that's further along in me in something, whether it's knowing how to make music, whether it's knowing how to network, maybe they got a better network with me than me. They maybe got more, like whatever it is, I make sure I align myself with somebody that can teach me something, that can show me something, or align myself with somebody that's willing to learn from me. So I don't waste my pearls, right? The knowledge that I've gained in this life. I don't want people around me that's not trying to learn from me. Why? Why? So they can critique everything I say and throw it to the side. And now I'm trying to convince them that I'm right. Like, why? Why am I doing that? Like, see that we get caught up in our own mess by playing this shit. Man, what a powerful session. I want to keep on going, but I got to cut it off here because I got to move on to the next thing and I got to do. And this is what life is about. When you're so in love with your life, you don't want any moment to go, but you're happy to go to the next moment. Remain a student in everything that you're doing. Remember that you're a student. Now, as you climb the ranks of a student, right? You now maybe not a white belt no more. You can honestly claim yourself, like internally. Like, don't wait for somebody else to give you these titles. You, internally, be honest with you. Are you a white belt with no stripes on it? Be honest. So you can start earning your stripes today. But don't act like you're a fucking purple belt or blue belt and you haven't even got the uniform yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, in any craft that you're working on, if you want to learn how to make, banners and flyers or whatever the case may be, and you've never done it before, okay, well, you're a fucking white belt. That's okay. Learn the tricks of the trade. If you're learning marketing, if you're learning whatever the fuck, start where you are, admit it, learn from those that know what the fuck they're doing, and start to apply. Start getting your own results. So at one day, the tables turn, and now you're the guru. Now you know what the fuck going on. Now you can teach the next person. Because you went through the ranks. You saw the mistakes that you made thinking you knew this, knowing that when somebody else does it, you're like, man, I'm gonna let this motherfucker just figure that out because I know what they're about to go through. That's the powerful being a teacher because as a student, you was there. All right. The power of being a student. Don't let it go. All right. This is IMC Nation Master Pyro here on Levels of Mastery on IMC TV, YouTube live stream. Right. Stay focused, stay inspired. Stay fucking dangerous, most importantly, out of all that. And remember, it's all in a state of mind. May you never be the same. And you are in control of what you seek in this life. And as you seek, you shall find. Whatever door you knock on, it shall open. You just have to ask, man. Go for it. You have nothing else to lose but your old life that hasn't served you anything anyways. IMC Nation, be the best, fuck the rest.